Hi, my name is Adelia Anandan, and I will be speaking about Visit Victoria, what their research problem is, and how I was able to derive the problem statement. So, their research problem was given that the Chinese and Indians are the highest visiting tourists in Melbourne, how does the official visitor guide best support them into Melbourne? So I used the double diamond design in order to plan my research. So first, I wanted to understand what Victoria, their brand was, what their products and services were, who they're targeting, what are their strategies, and then I looked into secondary research in social media platforms, marketing research articles, and then press releases and tourist industry reports. Then, given what I found there, I was able to create a parameter to use the triangulation method into doing my primary research. Then, given the insight that I found from primary research, I was able to create my persona to collect data and analyze consumer behavior. And through that, I was able to do my consumer journey map and get insights from there and be able to um, get my problem statement. So, in terms of secondary data, a few things that I found out apart from what these Chinese people are coming to, um, or what they're most interested about Melbourne, is that most often they are female travelers. They like traveling in small groups with either their partner or their group of friends or cousins, compared to traveling in large groups like families. They also have most of them are between the ages of 25 to 40. Um, they have very diverse interests in what they want to do in Melbourne. They're interested in prehistoric sites to festival-related events, but they also, very importantly, focus on relaxation when they come to Melbourne. In terms of Indians, um, so in Australia, it's the first generation of the Indian Australian migrants who live here. So most of their relatives tend to come and visit them here. So that is the portal or opening for tourists. They also seek very diverse experiences in terms of values, cultural connections, and they're very interested in history. They also are they prefer historical sites, outdoor activities, family related activities, because most often they come as families from India than one or two people alone. On the other hand, given all this data, I was able to do the triangulation method, and I've identified a couple of things for Chinese and Indians as well. So, under Chinese, they have very diverse travel motivations, and age and life stage impacts their travel needs a lot. For example, some people choose sustainable travel options. On the other hand, some people want to visit only aesthetic places. Some people are interested in hardcore outdoor activities, and they appreciate small businesses, and they're attracted into seeing cultural sensitivity and understanding as well. Most often, these people that I've interviewed, they said they travel between 2 to 4 times per year. Um, they also found the planning stage very exciting. But a problem that they specifically faced was language barrier, and they also had issues with public transport and the weather as well. And in terms of the Indians, they also have very diverse interests, especially because they are coming as a family. So while they also want to tour around Melbourne, they also want to visit their families and friends, because they consider that a very respectful fact. Also, on the other hand, they're interested in visiting museums, galleries, and historical sites. And shopping was a very popular activity that they did. They also maintain a very strict budget, especially because a few of the people I interviewed and surveyed also said that because of the currency difference from India to Melbourne, budget is a very important thing that they consider. And they travel only once a year. Sometimes they travel abroad, sometimes they travel within their country as well. They also found the weather and transport disruptions difficult to deal with. So, based on all of that, I was able to create a behavioral persona, and I've also created a journey map. By understanding all of these, I've come up with a couple of insights from the discovery stage of the double diamond. design, and based on that I've also given a few research ideas for future research, for example like content personalization, or information overload, weather preparedness, and to evaluate the reliability, user friendliness, and effectiveness of digital solution and apps in the context of travel planning. And also I, based on the overall insights that I've got, the problem statement that I want to focus on is how might Visit Victoria strategically design and distribute an accessible, culturally sensitive, and digitally integrated official visitor guide that effectively addresses language barriers, dietary restriction, budget constraints, safety concerns, and diverse information needs, while ensuring user friendly technology solutions and maintaining authenticity to enhance the experience of both Chinese and Indian tourists visiting Melbourne. Thank you.